Hello, everyone. Our topic for today is about the structure and properties of canonical and non canonical clauses. At the end of the lecture, you should be able to distinguish the canonical from non canonical clauses. This comprehensive discussion on the structure and properties of canonical and non-canonical clauses was based on the Cambridge Grammar of the English Language as cited in Huddleston. We can describe the structure of clauses most economically if we distinguish between the basic and elementary kinds of clause, which we all call as canonical clauses. The idea is that we can present the analysis more clearly if we begin with canonical clauses, describing them directly, and then deal in turn with the various kinds of non canonical clause, describing these indirectly in terms of how they differ from canonical clauses. So, what does it tell us all? It means that as English language students, you need first to know of the properties and structure of canonical clauses because anything which opposes or are not present in the properties and structure of canonical clauses are now considered as non-canonical clauses. So it's just like you're dealing with antonyms. If a word opposes another word, they are considered as antonyms. Therefore, applying this concept with canonical and non-canonical clauses, canonical clauses are actually the direct opposite of non-canonical clauses. So I would just like to reiterate everyone that you need to understand the properties and structures of canonical clauses because this is the only way that you could tell that anything which opposes the properties and structures of non-canonical of canonical clauses rather are therefore considered as properties and structures of non-canonical clause. So, for you to be able to fully understand what I'm talking about here, take a look at this set of examples. So, there are paired examples. We have 5 pairs of examples, and as you can see, the first column represents the examples for canonical clauses, and those which are in the second column are non-canonical clauses. First pair, she has read your article. Again, she has read your article versus she hasn't read your article. She hasn't read your article. Second pair, Sue is coming for dinner. Sue is coming for dinner versus is Sue coming for dinner? Is Sue coming for dinner? Third pair, they knew the victim. They knew the victim versus she said that they knew the victim. She said that they knew the victim. Fourth pair, he missed the train. He missed the train versus either he missed the train or it is late. Either he missed the train or it is late. Fifth pair, the secretary took the key. The secretary took the key versus the key was taken by the secretary. The key was taken by the secretary. From this set of examples, let us now try to analyze the properties of canonical clauses. For the first pair of examples, the canonical clauses are positive clauses, while the non-canonical clauses are negative clauses. Take a look at the presence of not. The presence of not indicates that the sentence has a negative idea or thought. Therefore, it is considered as non-canonical. And anything which is positively written are canonical clauses. Second, they are declarative. Canonical clauses are declarative. Look at example 2a. Sue is coming for dinner. It is declarative. However, any other clauses types which are not declarative, example, they are interrogatives, they are imperatives, or they are exclamatives. All these types of clauses are now considered as non-canonical clauses. Next, canonical clauses are main clauses, which means they exhibit the main idea or has a complete thought. On the other hand, the non-canonical clauses are considered as subordinate clauses, as exhibited in this pair, or in example 3b. The underlined portion that they knew the victim is a subordinate, and therefore, this example is considered as non-canonical. Another property of canonical clauses is that they are non-coordinate. What does this mean? It means that there is no coordinating conjunction or coordinator present in the sentence. Unlike in the non-canonical clause, which are considered as coordinated clauses. Take a look at example 4a and 4b. Do you see a coordinating conjunction here? There's none. But do you see a coordinating conjunction here? There is one, and that is or. Last property of canonical clauses, they are written in active voice, while the non-canonical clauses are written in passive voice, as exhibited by examples 4a versus 4b. So once again, in summary, if the clause is positive, it is canonical. If it is written with the presence of any negatives, it is non-canonical. If the clause is a declarative one, it is canonical. If it is interrogative or imperative or exclamative, this is an or a non-canonical clause. If the clause has the main idea or a complete thought, it is canonical. If it has no complete thought and is only a subordinate, it is non-canonical. If there is no coordinating conjunction or coordinator, it is canonical. But if there is a presence of any coordinating conjunction or coordinator, it is non-canonical. If the clause is written in an active voice, it is canonical. But if it is written in passive voice, it is non-canonical. Lastly, please also take a look at these two further points that you should be able to internalize at this point. First, in all the above examples, the non-canonical clauses differ in their structure from canonical clauses. So it is already given, but this is not always so. In 3B, the subordinate clause is introduced by that. Remember the example in 3B? She said that they knew the victim. Again, she said that they knew the victim. The subordinate clause is introduced by that, but we could omit this. Therefore, the clause could be, she said they knew the victim, where the underlined clause is identical with 3A. They knew the victim. However, based on the structure, it is still a subordinate clause, making it non-canonical. It is subordinate because the the clause that they knew the victim is actually a complement of the verb said. Okay? And then for the second further point, a clause is non-canonical if it lacks at least one of the above properties of canonical clause. It may, of course, lack more than one of them, as exhibited in this example. Wasn't the key taken by the secretary? In this example, you could tell that it is negative because of the presence of not in this construction. It is also in its interrogative form. It is in question form. And it was also written in the passive voice because of the presence of by. So having been able to present with you all this, I am hoping that by this time you could detect when to tell that a clause is canonical and when to tell that it is not or non-canonical. Thank you.